Thanks for listening to the Grow Your Life podcast. My name is Jeremiah Krakowski. On this podcast, we talk about ways for you to grow in your life and in your business to get more results, get more sales, and make more money. Now, today, I want to talk about growing your email list, lead generation. One of the fastest ways that you can make six figures in sales online is through online events. This is one of the number one ways that we're using with our clients for the last couple of years to make the most amount of money in their businesses are these online events where you bring people into an event, into an experience, into some kind of a 1-day event or a 3 to 5 day event, sometimes even a 10-day event, to where they learn. They're in this immersive environment learning for 3 days, 5 days, 10 days. Which one does better? Well, we've honestly found 3 to 5 does really good. And so that's why we're sticking to 3 to 5 days. We love the 3-day events because it's like 3 days of immersion. And what's cool is if somebody commits themselves to 3 days of a live event with you online, now is this 3 whole days? No, it doesn't have to be. It could be an hour a day. It could be a half hour a day for 3 days. But if somebody commits themselves to that with you, they're more likely to be a buyer for you. Now, you can also do a 1-hour single event, like an hour on a Saturday or an hour on a Friday, and schedule these events live with people where they show up live to an event into an immersive experience with you to learn. And then what you do is you offer what you have for sale at the end of this. This works twofold. You grow your email list by doing this with targeted leads. So whether they buy from you now, they may buy something from you later. These are targeted people. It helps feed the algorithm for you. So no matter what you're selling, if you get people into an event with you, some kind of an event, and it has to be about something that they're interested in. It has to be related to something that they actually care about. You're not just going to say, hey, come one, come all to the experience. Like that doesn't work. But it has to be something like, learn how to get your music published. Learn how to launch your digital business. Learn how to operate as a subcontractor in your own business. Learn how to build your own online business. Learn how to have less stress and more energy. And a 3-day immersive experience. Whoever has this problem and is looking for that solution, they're excited to jump in with you. And so what we do is we run ads. We send it out to our email list and we run ads to people for these online events. And what you'll notice is when it's misaligned with people, it costs a lot of money in ads to get people into an event. Now you got to learn how to be a speaker. You got to learn how to be a public speaker, somebody that communicates, somebody that talks on video, somebody that shares. Y'all wonder why I say you guys need to be doing daily videos. It's because it makes you better at speaking. If I wasn't doing daily videos, if I wasn't doing weekly podcast episodes, I wouldn't have the confidence to do these live events that we're bringing in people. And we're bringing in hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales off of 1, maybe 2 events a month. It's working that way for our clients. It's working that way for our partners that we're working with. We're starting to do that with my business here. You're starting to see some events that I'm doing. I ran an event that had a small ad budget and it made thousands of dollars on a single 30-minute call that I did. And I was like, okay, this is a no-brainer. I need to start doing more of these. And that's what you're going to start seeing more of with me is these types of live event experiences that I'm inviting people into, okay? Because when somebody commits themselves to showing up at a certain time about a specific topic that they want to learn, A, you get feedback from the audience. B, they're saying that they're more qualified to work with you. They're not just looky-loos. You don't want a bunch of numbers of looky-loos. You don't want a bunch of people that are just not going to buy from you. You don't want just a bunch of randos that are out there that are saying, oh, yeah, here's my email address. You want people that are saying, oh, yes, I explicitly want what you are selling. Tell me more and walk me through the process of how this works so that I can make a better informed decision. Those are the people that you want. And so when you attract those people with the right offer, you're not trying to trick people. You're not trying to coerce them through backdoor means. You're literally putting out there an offer that says, I have this solution. Learn how this works. Let me show you how it works. And it's legitimately aligned with what you sell and what your offer is. Okay? I'm so tired of people saying, Jeremiah, you got a backdoor trick to get people into my business. That's not how a business is built. Businesses are built through relationship. Businesses are built through honesty, through integrity, by building trust with people. So when you get somebody into an event, trust is built. A great thing to do if you have on these events, share case studies. And hopefully over time, as you do more of these, you can even pull people up live to share their case studies. They can share live to the studio audience. A great way to do this, you literally just do it over Zoom. You do it over Facebook Live in a Facebook group. So you have people give you their name and email address through a MailChimp form on your website. If you use Squarespace, that's $19 a month. MailChimp is free for up to 2,000 people. My friends, you saying it costs too much to build your business, it's $19, and it might make you $2,000 to $5,000. Okay? Like, it's an investment. You're going to have to make investments. You're going to have to take a risk. A good ad spend to test out on a landing page with a email address form is about $300. Okay? 300 is my ad spend number that I love to test to see if an offer is working. If I can't at least get it to break even or make a profit on $300, it's not working out well. Okay? And generally, I always break even at least, and then I learn how to tweak it. But man, when something's profitable, now we're cooking with gas. See, what you want is where you spend $300 and you make $5,000. That's the math that I like. That's a business. That's profit margins. So then you can pour that into the next thing. Are you ready to start making a profit in your business, or you just want to be toting around, pissing around, playing around, saying, I'm trying out this little thing? That's not business. So you're going to have to get serious. And if you're listening to this, again, I got a lot of great calls on mindset, personal development, getting out of your own way, getting past the stuff, the limitations. You know, some of you are saying, I don't have a quiet place in my house to do an event for 3 days. And that's your reason for not making $10,000 a month, so that you could actually hire some people to work for you. But you know what? Keep living that story. Keep living that narrative. Whatever you want to tell yourself are the excuses of why you can't do it. You'll continue to only ever have the crappy situation that you have right now, or you can choose to take a risk. You can choose to learn a new way of doing things. You can learn to attract customers. Oh, by the way, we're not worried whether they buy or not. It's all about testing. It's all about trying out what you're doing. Connecting with real human beings. A live event digitally is a great way to connect with people and learn what they want. So you're going to have to submit yourself to vulnerably get feedback from people where they're going to share with you whether they like what you have or not. And you're going to have to accept whatever that is that happens, whether they buy from you or not. You know, I ran a campaign that didn't do so good. I spent $500 on ad spend. It made about $400. I lost $100 on that. Whoop-de-doo. But it was on the heels of a campaign that made a 5x profit. So I'm going to go back to that thing that did a 5x profit instead of trying to make this other idea work, right? Like, we're not going to spit that psychosis to spin around and try to make something that doesn't work. Okay? So go back to what has worked for you, and what I know that works the best is live events right now. People want connection. People want interaction. They don't want stale. They don't want pre-recorded either, by the way. They don't want... See, a lot of you are trying to force pre-recorded content down people's throats when really just a live connection would 10x your sales. Having a live conversation with people would 10x your sales. And so this is the key factor that has helped our clients the most in the last year make a profit, is the ones that are doing live events, that are actively, they're inviting people in and then closing a sale. One of the most profitable ways is if your sale is for a $300 to $1,000 product, because that gives you margins to play with on your ad spend, and it's very hard to lose money on those types of products. It's a lot easier to lose money on anything that's below $300. Okay? So keep that in mind. You may have a goal or a mission to help a lot of people with cheap products. listen, I got cheap products on my website, but you're not going to build a sustainable, growth-oriented business on cheap products. Okay? And so what we're seeing is you got to have those higher priced products. You build relationship, you get people into a live event with you. And I walk you through the whole process of what to say it, how to come up with what the offer is, how to come up with how your event is aligned with people, what the framework is that leads people to buy from you, the words to say, how to sell correctly with people in my course, Irresistible Offers That Sell. You want your event to be irresistible, where people can't say no to it when they see it in the ads, because it's so perfectly aligned with what they want. And then when you make a sales offer to them in that event, they can't say no to it either, because it's so perfectly aligned with what they're looking for. And so that's how you successfully do that. And live events is one of the best ways to do that. The 3 to 5 day deals are way better than a 1 day deal. Why is that? Because if somebody's committing themselves to multiple days with you, they are a more qualified prospect. And so you're pre-qualifying. You're also proving yourself to those prospects that you know what you're talking about. You're showing them what it's like to work with you. You're showing them what it's like to do business with you. And so when you can show up in an immersive environment, in a live event experience like that for multiple days, it's the perfect scenario to get people to buy from you, to market and to sell to them. Now, you're going to have to grow and get better at your salesmanship. You're going to have to get more comfortable with talking on video. Y'all can't just game the system and stop avoiding this video thing. I know a lot of you are trying to build a business and avoid making videos, connecting with human beings, and just want to do what you love. Sorry, that's a pipe dream. That's not reality. That's not how business online works right now. It's about connection. It's about you showing up. It's about you getting past your fears. It's about you being on video. And being on video is the number one way that you're going to attract customers into your business in 2022 and beyond. We have all this new stuff that's coming out with the metaverse and NFTs. I got some episodes of this podcast where I talk about that with you to help keep you informed on what's coming up. Coasting through business building worked 5 years ago. Can't do it anymore. The methods of what worked 10 years ago do not work at all. And yet I see people trying to make them work still, and it makes me sad, because they're just going to go broke trying those old coercive methods of. People are more savvy these days, my friends. You're not going to backdoor somebody into your business no more. It's about human to human connection and building trust. How are you building trust? Actively, by connecting vulnerably with strangers on the internet to the point that you make yourself feel a little bit unsafe. That's really what it is. Some of you are trying way too hard to stay safe. Maybe it's because your home situation isn't safe, or your life hasn't felt safe up to this moment in time. Listen, I get it. I get that may be your situation, but in business, you're going to have to put yourself out there to the whims of the public, to let people give you their opinions and not let them affect you, for you to grow something that is sustainable at 6 and 7 figures. And you can't worry about what people think about you. You can't worry about the attacks of people. You can't worry about or stress about any of that stuff. That's why you got to elevate your mindset. That's why you got to elevate what you're looking at every single day. That's why you got to raise your awareness, not allow negativity in your life, not allow negative people to speak into your life. This is all woo-woo stuff that people say, well, how is that? I want the strategy on business, Jeremiah. Yeah, but if your brain ain't letting you sell anything, if your brain isn't connecting to allow you to take even 2 steps forward because it's so terrified of what other people think about you and putting yourself out there, you got to start there, okay? And so to do an online event, to do online events, you're going to have to get your mindset right to be able to show up regularly to connect with people, okay? Once you do this, once you get your mindset right and you start showing up regularly, building those connections through digital events, 3 to 5 day events, or even a one hour video that you set a time. You say on Saturday at 3 o'clock, we're going to talk about this topic, and you get 20, 30 people into a Zoom call. Try it out, my friends. it's going to light you up, but you may also feel sick to your stomach and terrified to do it. But when you can get past that fear, when you can get past that worry and you do it, man, it is so powerful what happens. And then you just start talking, you just start sharing. Here's what you say in the event. In the beginning, you want to deal with the mindset that people have, okay? You deal with casting vision, casting positive vision for what's possible for them, casting positive vision for where they're going, for what your solution offers them. You want them to be able to see themselves successfully using your product before they've ever bought it or even heard what you pitch, okay? Then you offer just a few, don't teach too much, just a few things that they can learn from you, a few key frameworks that they can learn and apply right away that's going to improve their life. If you're looking to help people with more energy, drink more water, eat more whole foods, get more sleep. Like, those are the 3 things, okay? And then you go into selling, and you go into unashamedly selling the value that you offer. Not being afraid whether they buy from you or not, putting yourself out there and showing up on these events. And that's how we're making money. That's how we're making multiple 6 figures a month with our clients. We run ads to these events. We bring people into an immersive environment. We light them up. We give them a framework. We sell them on a paid product on the back end, rinse and repeat every single month. And that is making millions. It's the framework that I love the most right now. It's the framework that I think that all my clients should use. It's the framework that I think every single one of you guys should start to learn to use. And if you need help setting this up, if you need help building this out, I can coach you on how to do this one-on-one. We can do some one-on-one coaching. You can schedule a free 15-minute call with me on my website, jeremiahkrakowski.com, and we can talk about how to set up your event to start attracting more customers to you that are going to buy from you. As well, you can do one-on-one coaching on my website, or we can go on Zoom and build your event out and start talking about, okay, what's the copy? What's the framework? How do we attract those customers? How do we get those people to buy from you? What's your offer? What are you selling to people? And start to build that out. If you want us to do it for you, it starts at $10,000. Okay? And so those are the pricing on that. Which is why a lot of people, can't you just do it for me? Yeah, if you got 10 grand, I definitely can. Per month. Otherwise, the coaching or my courses, Irresistible Offers That Sell, is a great place for you to start to learn how to do this. I put everything that I've coached and taught people and worked with my consulting clients into that course, Irresistible Offers That Sell, on my website. I think it's the #1 course for you to check out that's going to help you start to get more customers, get more sales in your business. It's going to give you a framework to do that. So check that out at jeremiahkrakowski.com. Grow your life, everybody.